Mamma mia, that's some spicy meatball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is Friday the 13th. Ooh, how's that for spookiness? Friday the 13th, July 13th, 2018. This is Arid in-game name on Thunderwing, as well as the Nui and the public test server is September. Hope everybody's doing very, very well today. Glad to have you with me. Pre-shout out to Kyra Shiro for that sub before I even got going here. Thank you very much. See you got your Prime sub in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate your support. Today, wow, a lot of stuff going on. We had a huge, huge stream today. Lots of questions that we had answered, things that we thought we knew. And some good, some really bad things. Like some of that stuff, woo, kind of makes you want to rethink your life, right? That being said, you know, we cover everything here in the channel. We'll talk about it and hope to get some feedback from everybody out there. Because I have my feelings, and sometimes, you know, my feelings are not always accurate of what everybody else is feeling, but it is interesting. There are the times they are changing here in Archeage, and I actually ended up with 2 pages of notes from today's live stream, and we're going to cover all those notes again, open up the conversation to what you heard, what I heard, and what we think is going to happen with all these changes. So that is going to come in hour 2 of this stream. Mr. Dat, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jeffrey. I do appreciate that support. So the first hour, however, I actually had something planned for you all today. Those that have followed me for a long time know that one of the things that I really enjoyed doing back when I first started streaming Archeage was playing on the PTS server and doing some regrades. And from time to time...
Want some of this? Then you know what to do, dog. Bust a move.
One I wrote in, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the channel, man. Ooh, coming in with the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you, One Eye, for deciding that I'm worthy of your Twitch Prime. I really, really appreciate that. And don't let that money go to waste. Give it to you, somebody that you enjoy streaming at least. Don't let that money just sit there if you're an Amazon Prime customer. Give somebody that sub. Doesn't matter who it is. Don't let that money go to waste. Thank you very much, When I Wrote It. So one of the things that I used to really like to do on the PTS was doing regrades. And it was fun. It was, it's fun just to see what happens. Now, I've got to admit that I am one of those people that probably, you know, could have, if life had turned, gave me a different set of cards, I could have turned into like a gambler. And I recognize that in myself. And so the regrading stuff, I've always enjoyed that in Archeage. It's dangerous. It's dangerous because once you get into the amount of gold / money some of this stuff costs, it brings that level of excitement in there, but also a lot of sorrow. So one of the things that was great about the PTS is you could go there and with, you know, relatively less loss, blow things up and not feel quite as bad. There was a time when the stuff on the public test server actually had a little bit more value in the sense that you know, people actually played there and cared about what they had, and things were harder to get. Since they started giving away free Aranor items, It's not quite the same as it used to be. Doesn't have that same draw to it. But there are some stuff that's worth regrading, at least currently in the system, because on the PTS, even though you get free Aeronor, you only get like one bow per character, and you need 2 bows to even, you know, merge them together. And so there's certain items like bows and jewelry pieces that are kind of harder to get. So in that case, you know, regrading like Ionad stuff, which have a decent amount of XP, does have some value. So what I did this week was I set up my public test server character and I crafted up, I think it was like 15 Ionad items, and I was going to do that for this first hour. Friday, man, somebody's got to call. It's like they know that I'm streaming. Hey, he's definitely home. Let's call him. So anyway, I crafted up some items, and, well, guess what happened? That plan was thwarted by Tryon, who decides that they need to push out their patch at my stream time, which that used to happen all the time on the public test server, but they seem to always want a patch on the Friday that I stream. I don't know why that is. It's like they're out to get me, man. No, it's just the way that it worked out. So this week, everybody, take note. There's a lot of stuff coming with the tier 2, or I'm sorry, the new phase of Archeage, phase 4, which affects not only the fresh start, but as well as there's lots of changes coming to the legacy servers. We'll get all up in that stuff in hour 2 of this stream. However, that patch is coming to the public test server as of today. The servers, I'm not sure when they went offline, but they were announced to go offline 30 minutes ago, 45 minutes ago, with a 2-hour window. So the public test server could be up as early as before this stream ends. So I'm going to keep checking that today. And if we actually get the public test server up, this stream will actually run long, and we'll take a dive into that in hour 3. So wow, so that's going on. I'm going to catch up a little bit on chat with before I jump in game, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been doing to prep already. Kyra Shiro, Pirate Singer, Skydrex, is it Altina? I'm sorry, the font is hard to read against the colors that I have here. Velq. Wanero Dan. Wanero, I said One Eye Rodin. Just got that. Wanero Dan, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub. And I was just reading it and I'm like, One Eye Rodin. Beautiful. Wake and Vape. Hey, Hammer. I just saw one of your Ionad bows on the auction house PTS and got it to Mythic. Did I list a bow? Oh yeah, I did. I was actually just, that was a spot check. Well, grats, Hammer. That's cool. Regrading in 2018. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you everybody for coming in today. Thank you very much for being here. You guys got any topics of concern? Please say something in chat. My what I planned on doing this first hour has been changed, so we'll let the chat and your thoughts drive the topic of the first hour. Let me go ahead and get the raffle timer set up here. We're gonna do it in 40 minutes. Let's do 40 minutes because I've been streaming for a bit already. I can get this thing changed here. There we go. Raffles. The raffles today, again, I have Vero weapon skins. We actually got the Tryon creator codes this month, and again, we got Vero weapon skins. Niver's already said, hey man, that's enough of this shit. Let's get some new codes. I'm with you, but if you don't have a Vero weapon skin, this is probably going to be the last month to get it. So we'll be giving out the Vero weapon skins as well as Apex on the Fresh Start as well as the Legacy servers. Did spend a little gold to get some of that, so I can confirm those giveaways again this week. Thank you everybody to the support. I used to do a thing when those that are newer to this channel, let me just get this timer set up. Raffles in. Let's get that tick in here. There we go. Raffle timer should be popping up here in a second. There it is. And we got the ticker going down. But those that are newer to the channel probably didn't realize that for a while there, what I was trying to do was to drum up support. So as people supported me, whether it was with follows or subscriptions, I would just give away, that would trigger the what I called a bonus raffle. Anymore, you guys have been pretty good. I mean, with the resubs, keeping the subs, keeping the bits coming in, that I just do those every hour now. So every hour we'll be giving away an Apex. That Apex comes from the support, but also from my pocket, so to speak. So as I make gold, I funnel it back to you guys. Put the information that I put out there, I give it back, and prove that it actually works, because every week I'm able to give away 3 Apex. Sorry, I had to hit some coffee. Also today, what's also thrown a little bit of a wrench at me is that I actually am on a crazy sleep schedule right now. And I had literally woke up to watch the Tryon live stream. Like, just woke up. So the time I had to put anything else to adapt to anything wasn't there today, because I was having to take notes of the live stream, and I noticed that PTS patch was up. I actually think that's a really good thing. I really do. Pirate Singer Larceny, brother, man, I got a lot to say about that hour 2, man. Wick and Vape says, thanks to you, you're RNG, right? Everybody thinks, everybody said that, Hammer, for a long time, that on the public test server, it was just that I was doing a lot of regrades, I think. And so everybody always thinks that I have a really good, I'm a really good luck charm. Like, if something is made by September, there's a good chance that it's going to go up. Unless I'm the one rolling it, at least that's how it feels to me. But I did a lot of regrades on the public test server, so a lot of people just saw my name quite a bit and thought, well, this guy's a lucky son of a bitch. I don't feel like I was. You guys saw a lot of my heartbreak. I streamed a lot of it. Littlefinger, I saw you farming last night in Comlands. Yep, Newy Fresh Start. I remember talking to you. Asked you if you were doing 1 camp or 2 camps. There's a guy out there, I don't remember his or her name, but they're an archer and they were claiming that they could do 2 camps. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but that's bullshit. You don't need 2 camps if you're an archer. Not on Fresh Start. Unless you're a God Archer, which I haven't. I watched him for a bit. You're not a God Archer. I have a legendary tier 2 GHA bow, and no, you could maybe benefit from a couple of the extra mobs, but you cannot reliably kill 2 camps as an archer on Fresh Start. Not with the gear score, not with the skills. No. But I ask anyway, because there are some people that do the AoE farming, and as a Revenant, I could see maybe that you could do 2 camps. Why? What am I looking for? Oh, mushrooms. So anyway, that's, to me, stuff like that, when you're, yeah, maybe you could get 1 camp plus a few extra mobs and still keep up. But do you really have to claim 2 camps? I mean, come on. That's a little selfish at that point. But anyway, I do ask people when I run into them. There's no point, in my opinion, there's no point in competing over a spawn camp. If somebody's already there, whether they're, hostile faction or not, just move on. If you're going to, you're using buffs, they're using buffs, those aren't cheap. There's no point of fighting over it. If somebody's already there, they've got it, just move to the next location. That's how I feel, and that's my courtesy that I was giving you, Littlefinger. I was testing out plate. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were plate. How did that go? Because I had this notion. I discussed it, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, when I was talking about the Hiram gear. And I was like, well, it would make sense because this is an opportunity if, I had all this Hiram gear if I wanted to go plate or wanted to go mage. And I was really thinking going mage. But my buddy Master Doom told me I should go plate. Because archers, they just aren't getting it. I don't know. I like them because they were new, but now on the fresh start, I just want to be a mage again. And I'm kind of committed to archer. So that's not... I even have my Hiram gear on the fresh start. And it's all leather and ranged stuff. So it would take a significant amount for me to change to cloth or something like that. So I was just kind of wondering, how is everybody doing? I mean, Master Doom told me that on the farming, plate's pretty efficient, and I've actually seen that even before when I was doing videos back on Jester crates and Prince crates and stuff like that. When they started increasing the locked metallic crate drops. And that became a thing where you could actually farm locked metallic crates. When that started happening, I did notice that some of the people out there were plate, and they were doing better than I was as a Revenant with similar gear scores. It just plate's it looks like it's a very effective 1v1 farming, and I've seen that too on Fresh Start where they jump the commanders, the 1-star, the big mobs. And they jump them and they trash them pretty quickly. But they're, so there are, I guess, builds out there that are really good for farming. I don't know. You guys tell me. Wangosaurus, do you think Hiram Tier 3 will be the meta for armor, making Obsidian useless? I've said that quite a bit. I think if you're not Hiram, if you haven't started Hiram, you're at a disadvantage. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Heisenberg, thank you very much for the follow. What I'm getting at here is, I've noticed this, and I've said it, that XL Games is making Hiram the thing. Now, you're asking in regards to Obsidian. Well, Obsidian is not even coming out, and even Muzzy said that today, which was, Fresh Start is not getting Obsidian. They're just not doing it. Obsidian is something that XL, it looks like, they're just saying, hey, we tried this, it failed, we're not doing it again. That's the impression that I get. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it does look like Obsidian is a thing of the past. If you haven't started Hiram, you basically have two options. You basically have two options. If you can say a little bit of that this applies to Fresh Start, but for Fresh Start, you have really one option. Hiram, right? That's the option. You can go crafted gear, and it is, they keep it, they're keeping it somewhat level. You can credit card warrior or play a lot, mini accounts, and do whatever you do to get gold and go Delphinod. But every time, it happened. It's happened last time. It happened the time before last. Every phase, they introduce a new set of gear on the fresh start. You're wasting money when you go past a certain grade. Now, what grade that is, I think if you went past Divine on Ethereum, you've wasted your money. It's going to happen again with Delphinod, and people are going to do it. People are going to go full epics, full legendary sets of Delphinod on the fresh start. It's going to be good for that month and a half, and then it's going to be trash can because you have to upgrade it. And when you upgrade it, you lose the grade. That is the new thing, and I don't know. I mean, I get why people are doing it, but they are wasting a ton of money because that gear becomes basically worthless as soon as the next set comes out, and progressively more worthless. Like, what is an epic, magnificent item worth now? You know, but that first month of fresh start, it was worth a great deal. But now that magnificence, you know, that crystallized magnificent epic is utter garbage on fresh start, and it's going to be more so when Delphinod comes out. So look, you've got two options. You either get on the Hiram train, whether you like it or don't. You get on that, or you basically feed the machine, which is going to shit on you by going crafted gear. I mean, that's your two options. So if you're going to do it smart, you would get like a set, maybe at the most push it to Divine, because at that point it's a very low risk of it breaking or crystallizing. But don't push it any further, because it's going to, the Delphinod stuff is going to, the Delphinod stuff, you need Celestial to make it to Ionad. And then the Ionad stuff, you need Divine to make it Aranor. So if you want to ultimately go for Aranor, you could logically keep a Delphinod set, move it to Ionad when that comes out, and then move the Ionad to Divine, Divine, and then go to Aranor when that comes out and you're all ready. That being said, you know, you're not going to have the highest gear scores. You're not going to have you're not going to be OP, because you don't have the grades to support it. But it's just the way it is, If you want to pay for that power for a month and a half, you can push it further, but it's wasted money. It's what this game was designed to do. Gonna take a drink here, guys. I got to get some coffee in me, so give me a second. Good stuff. So, in response to Wang's question, yeah, absolutely. If you're not on the Hiram thing, and even if you're on the Legacy server and you're not vested into Aranor or high-level Ionad or Obsidian, you might as well start. You might as well start on Hiram as well, but because by the time you get to Tier 3, you're basically having epic or better Ionad stuff, and to prove that I am actually, that advice, I'm not just giving it to you. Look, I've played for many years since launch. I have, most of my stuff is Tier 5 or Tier 6 Epic Obsidian. Don't have any Tier 7 stuff, and it serves me well. Okay, it serves me well. But I have also converted over to working on Hiram. I'm going to replace all this stuff. All the except maybe my scepter will be the last thing, scepter and shield. But I'm on the Legacy server, and you see here, look down here at the bottom, I'm already working on it. I'm already doing it because it's a thing. I've got, you can see here, everything's at Arcane here. I've got a full set of cloth armor, weapon, bow, shield, and even a club for my hybrid healing build. I am already putting that information, that thought of working on Hiram to practice for both my Fresh Start and my Legacy account. Despite the fact that on the Legacy I'm 9k gear score with Epic already, full set of Epic Obsidian. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be a thing that is going to change. Hiram Tier 3, once that comes out, is going to be better than anything that I have now. And so you might as well get on that train. You might as well start working towards it. It's just the way it's going to go. Are we getting Tier 3 the same time as Tier 2? No, Clarky. We're not getting Tier 3 yet. Kowloon, I'm farming as a Thaumaturge Mage. I'm way behind on chat. Killing 3 spots of mobs and 10 each, with mobs getting 80% damage reduction. That doesn't last long against my AoE skills. 90 to 100 Hiram per hour. That's about what I'm at with Legacy right now. I do 2 spots on this character. September gear score 9k, and I'm pulling about 100, 110 an hour, depending on how good it is. Whales are wasting money. What's new? Yep, absolutely. I'm doing Hiram weapons plus a dungeon set, I think, unless they change Hiram drop rates. Yeah. Malinky, how you doing? Littlefinger says I'm doing Hiram because the price is right. Yeah, amen to that. Dungeon will cap at divine, so it's useless. That's kind of true. You can do Miss Song and Serpentis up to legendary, right? I'd have to recheck the notes. We'll talk about that in an hour or two. Epic and legendary for the higher end. Miss Song stuff will go up to eternal. Some of the tier 4 or the new tier 2 Miss Song will go up to eternal. Patch note stream should be made by Quill. Yeah, that would be kind of good. He knows intimately some of the technical stuff. He's kind of like a data guy, like I am. Serp sleeves will still be best in slot. The rest higher in tier 3. Yeah, the Serp sleeves are really good. That's I'm kind of interested on how they're going to change that, because now you need like 2 sets of sleeves. They changed that the dungeon crafting way around, and a lot of that stuff is even confusing to me. Like, I was listening to Muzzy and Sock, talk about all this stuff, and I'm like, what's going on? Because they've changed things so much lately. It's like, not lately, but since Archeage started, I'm trying to remember what systems we had, what we have, and it's very, very confusing. But yeah, Serp sleeves are still really good. In fact, those are the best in slot sleeves, and they're actually like one of the most important things, like because of the skills they give you. I actually blew mine up on this guy. I'm just running Aurorian sleeves here. Clarky, the attack speed was a bit of a joke. It's global cooldown reduction. Yeah, the attack speed, all that stuff that they started talking about, I'm like, what's going on? My brain. Don't feed Celestial, yeah. So once you get to Celestial, you should stop. I mean, there's no point, right? You got a tier 1 item. Don't max out your Celestial, just awaken it. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. There was a post about that on the forums, and somebody's like, is there any point of going max Celestial? And I said that when I did my video. It doesn't make any sense. It never has made any sense. Maliki says, I'm good, just relaxing. How are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, so once again, this first hour I was going to do some regrades from the public test server, but the public test server is currently being patched with the new build, which is actually good news, but it actually changed what I am doing this first hour. So if you guys have anything you guys want to talk about, questions, please feel free to ask. We'll let the chat drive the first hour here, and I will ramble on about whatever I ramble on about. Public test server is still offline. Wait, a maxed out 100% celestial then will result in heroic grade upon awakening. Is this legit? I haven't heard anything like that. I haven't heard anything like that, Kairashiro. I'm not saying it won't happen, I just haven't heard that. And honestly, is it worth it though? Is it worth it? Because skipping from rare to heroic is not as much XP as going from celestial to celestial max. Yeah, I really can't wait to talk about these patch notes. Some of the stuff, I'm like, oh my god, why am I still playing this game? And then other stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. At least they're listening. You know, you get that mixed bag. You get that mixed emotion of this is great and this is crap. And it happens every patch. But a lot of times it's like stuff is, well, I can roll with that. That's not that big of a deal. It does suck, but it's not that big of a deal to me. But if it directly affects what you do, that's when you're like, God, you know, it hurts. It hurts more. And a prime example of that, which we'll talk about again more about later, is the Larceny stuff. And I posted this in Discord a couple days ago. Lenora posted a photo which broke down what's coming out in the various loot crates, like the farmers, the nobles, the princes, the jesters, the ancestral. Kind of highlighted what's coming out in each of those. And the one thing that I noticed is that from jesters and below, there's no Archeum. And fresh start, man. Fresh start, Archeum is a big, big deal. And it's going to be a big deal again with this Delphinod stuff. And all of a sudden they take the Archeum away from jesters and below crates. And that's a big deal. That's a big, big blow. I was jester farming. I have been jester farming until I got on this Hiram thing. Instead of Prince Crate farming. And the video I just put out, a couple weeks ago, it was jester farming was the thing to do. It was the best silver to labor ratio that you could get. And it made Larceny worth it, you know? And then all of a sudden it looks like they're removing Archeum altogether. They're adding in this Lunafrost stuff. Oh god, man. I just want to rip that apart. Kaloon, we can temper Hiram tier 2? I don't see. No, you can't temper Hiram gear, period. You can temper dungeon gear and stuff. We'll talk about that hour 2. But no tempers. Belq, no Archeum and Jesters. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least that's what the screenshot showed. The screenshots didn't show any Archeum in the lower crates. That's a big blow, man. No more Archeum in crates. That's what was shown. That's what was shown. And again, I brought it up because it was speaking to a larger point. That there's good things and there's bad things coming. There's good things and there's bad things definitely coming. And for me, you know, it hits home. It hits home because I'm Larceny, man. Look, I was a crafter, and I still am a crafter, I guess you could say I still craft. I finally sold a piece of jewelry, an Ionad piece of jewelry. When the prices dipped on the Starlight Archeum Essences, I found an avenue to make like 15 silver per labor point. If the jewelry would sell. And I did sell one. So, but it's like such a struggle. Like this right here, if you cannot get 4K for an Ionad, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Jewelry. And so I've been boned with the crafting on the jewelry. That used to be my money making thing. Had a high level, blah blah blah. You know, I could watch the market, find the good deals, and turn a little profit. But now that we're up, 25 for an essence. No, you can't make any money at that rate. You know, it sucks. So then I went to, well, you know what? I'm a player. I don't mind mob farming. I've got a build that works for me, my Revenant. Videos on YouTube about how that works. And I'm okay. Well, so, you know, crafting's boned right now. I've had the ups and downs ever since Archeage started. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it really sucks. And so I'll just do my Larceny thing. No big deal. Make 700 gold an hour. No big deal. Maybe 1 hour, 2 hours a day, whatever I'm in the mood for. I got gold coming in every day. I'm all good. Then this. Now the change to Larceny. I don't know. I think they've really effectively killed Larceny. And I'm not ready to make that proclamation yet because I want to see the stuff on public test server. I want to see what drops. I want to see, you know, I'm a little confused about these lock crates. They said that there's silver, gold, and copper, but not the old ones, but the new ones, but are coming from different mobs, and those ones are bound, and you still need keys, and it's got a different table. If those are bound and you don't have anything to sell, what's left for Larceny? Selling Lunafrost, which are bound as well. Everything that you get is bound. Like, where are you going to make any money? I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. But I have to see it. I have to see what's going on. I heard what Muzzy said, and even Muzzy, who I've talked to on a personal level about Larceny stuff, you know, he was asking me advice about what to do. He was into Larceny. And so he's a Larceny guy too. And if he's already worried, and he's had firsthand knowledge, I'm now worried. Muzzy, you got me worried, buddy. I am worried what's going on with Larceny, man. If you're Larceny out there, stick together. I'm going to cover it. You know I'm going to cover it. I'm going to do a video on YouTube. If it is that I am upset, I will say that. You know, I'm not going to guard my thoughts because, you know, they're not happy. That's not how I am. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And if I feel like shit and I feel like they killed Larceny, I'm going to do a video about that. And then I'm going to offer solutions, you know. You can't just bitch about it. You got to offer solutions. And that's something that I've been doing for a year and a half. And sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. Merc, Dungeon Gear is going to synth, isn't it? Hey Merc, how you doing? Yes, Dungeon Gear, well, the low level dungeon stuff you still can regrade, but the new tier 2 dungeon is all going to be like the Hiram gear with the synthesis. That includes like Serpentis, Missong, tier 1, tier 2, the new tier 1, new tier 2. You all level it up by feeding it more gear. Dark Shao, did they speak about the new skill for break, CC, and stream? I've heard about that. No, they didn't talk about it. Yeah, they did not talk about it, Dark Shao. They did not talk about it. I've heard somebody mention something about a new CC break, and I don't know if that's in the Abyssal Tree. I don't know much about that, but I have heard about it at least. Kriya, Larceny, yeah, QQ. I know, Kriya, you're also a Larceny person. You guys that are out there in Larceny, I feel for you, man. I'm in the same boat on two, actually, on Legacy and Fresh Start. I'm right in there with you. What people are going to do to make money after these changes, I don't know. It's not going to be. Look, let's look at the larger picture here for a second. Please indulge my monologue here, because what I'm seeing, and this has been a non-stop process by XL Games to reduce the amount of gold that comes into the escape. They've been hedging the inflation part of Archeage for a long time, like almost since, like, let's say 2.0. Ever since 2.0, everything that they have done has been nerfs and reductions to existing systems in one way or another. But then they also do stupid things, unnecessary things, like add these Aurora chest, the mysterious chest. Like, oh, this is going to be a fun thing, so here's a 400 gold chest. There's a little bit of like a schizophrenic division what's going on in Archeage, but the big picture does seem like they are overall trying to reduce the amount of gold, and it's been nonstop. Whether it's been the changes to trade packs, the changes to fishing, the changes to sunken ships, the changes to larceny. Every system that generates gold has had some form of reduction, or some form of additional labor, or additional gold, like the trade packs with taking more processed mats, which take more labor, which take more gold. No matter how they do it, they may make it appear like it's not a big deal, but the net result of that is less gold coming into the system. So that seems to be their goal. If you have gold, it's, they're trying to hedge the inflation. That's just been the thing. I don't know. That's just what they've been doing ever since, like, 2.0, maybe even before. Like, everything they want to do is to reduce the amount of gold that somebody can make. So when we say things like 10 silver per labor point, that may be like a great thing, where we just take that for granted. If you're not making 10 silver per labor point, you're wasting your labor. Well, it may be like if you can make 6 or 7 silver per labor point, that is the new normal. And if you're getting 10 or better, that's great. That's just the nature of what they've been doing. Bell Q, hey hackers, here's 400 gold to chest. Tippy toe, or tippy top, the PTS is up. Oh, cool. Let me double check that. It is. Oh wait. Yep, it is. I'm gonna log my PTS in, guys. We'll go take a look at it. We got like 5 minutes before raffle. Albina, I hate Mysterious Crate. The only good thing about it was the people that left the other way I do. Wait, the only thing good about it that people who farm it left the other way I do. The Mysterious Crate was a mistake. Honestly, they should remove it. Could the 10 people that are farming it, they're probably not in this channel, right? The 10 people that are doing the Mysterious Crates, they're not in this channel. They're out doing Mysterious Crates. It's a completely stupid mechanic. They need to remove it. Bubby 11223. They killed this game. This game had potential, but they ruined it so bad. XL and Tryon. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, depending on your point of view. I'm still having fun, though. You know, you got to make your own fun. That's something I've been saying for a long time. Reducing the gold someone can make and still having alts, right? Who cares anymore about silver to labor? It's not that big of a deal as it used to be. You're right. New splash screen. Of course. This is the public test server, guys. It's up. If you guys are public tester, look at the new splash screen. It's showing, looks like the airships. Like there's airship love, maybe? I don't know. What's going on there? They ruined Larceny many, many times, yeah. Pirate Singer, I do think they are making good changes with the gear. It will take forever, but now will be possible. What's this? Here, let me go full screen. Where is my game capture? Oh, I'm in monitor mode, that's why. Okay. Let me switch over here. There we go. Sorry about that. I'll get it down. Okay, so there's a new button here. Optimization. The optimization setting will display default player appearances. All screen quality settings will be set to low. Changing these settings will cancel the optimization setting. Why? I hope that's not really a thing. I hope it's just like a leftover PTS thing. But why do I want to have this button here to, you know, basically it's if you have a graphic, if you got a graphical turd or you're lagging, it seems like this is so you can one button quickly go to crap settings. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why you would make it. Bubby says, I hate how they made PTS only for patrons. That was a compromise, Bubby. They wanted to turn off PTS altogether. We fought long and hard for that. And it's, again, it's not the best solution, but it's better than what they were going to do. Dark Shadow for Siege mostly or high PvP raid. You can just press there and the setting will be back to your normal setting. You don't have to remember. So it's a toggle. It's a toggle to where you can just click that button and click that button and go to crap settings and then go back to your normal settings. Let me change my Twitch stream title so people know what's going on. Okay. If you run, okay, so if you run 10 clients, which, honestly, that's a thing, right? That's a thing now. But here's the thing. This button, if they want to give us a button, another button for the UI, how about the hero call button? I don't want my pop-ups. I don't want a pop-up when I'm trying to play the game. It is one of the most annoying things. Like, every time it happens, I cringe. It screwed me so many times when I'm doing something and I accidentally clicked recall And it's annoyed me so many more times. Like, take this button, put it over here next to the divine, the loyalty clock, and when I have a hero call available, light up that button. And then if I want the hero call, I can click the button and go. Pop-ups, stop. XLs, for the love of everything that, like, the one thing that could make me quit is pop-ups. Like,
Mamma
I've
mia,
had it.
that's some spicy meatball.
And it's so annoying when you get one hero call and you're like, all right, fuck, click, no, cancel. I may want it here in like 20 minutes or something. And then another hero call. Like, soon as you click it, boom, another hero call. And then you're like, fuck, god damn it, click, boom, another hero call. And then you're like pissed at the heroes, like, god damn it, we don't need 3 hero calls, you cocksuckers. Stop fucking clicking the button. We just had one. And then you're mad at the wrong people because it's XL who can't code something right, but your brain is like, we just had one. Stop with these fucking hero calls. If you move the... Yes. But then you have to do that. And it's still annoying. It's the principle. It's the principle. Like, they don't need to do that to us. Okay. Let's do it. Let's get into it. We're going to... let's do the raffles real quick. Boy, I sure put a bunch of shit up here on PTS. I don't even have the raffles ready. So let me get the raffles ready. And we're going to talk. We're going to... I got 2 pages of notes. The stream is probably going to run a little long today. It'll probably be an extra hour long, at least. But I want to cover everything that we can on the public test server about what's coming in Phase 4. Got a raffle to do. Let me get that going. Nightbot, where you at, my brother? We'll do keyword giveaways. We got Apex as well as the Vero weapon skins. I usually like to look to see what's selling on the PTS, but I didn't get that opportunity today. Okay, so let's do the raffles real quick. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do public test server stuff. And I still got all of the live stream notes to go over as well. Wow, lots of stuff to do today. Thank you everybody for hanging out once again. Raffles are right now. All right, I'm going to skip this hour's break, so we're going to go right back into the public test server. And also, I'm going to reset the timer. Oh. 55 minutes. All right, we got 55 minutes of testing to do this hour. This hour I was going to go over the patch notes or the try on live stream notes, but let's just kind of try to see if we can do 2 things at once. All right, the first thing that I want to do, there's a lot of things I want to do. There's a lot of things I need to do. Do I have any crates? That's the question. I want to see... I really want to see what's dropping in Archeage crates. Okay, I have 25 ancestral crates. I need to get this shit out of my bag. Hold on one second. This stuff doesn't go in here. It's gonna kill me if I put it in there. Era, did you have set for each class for the bonus HP? I don't. I know that they talked about that, and they didn't. They said that they're going to do a forum post about that stuff. Here's one thing that we can look at. I have a mythic buff on the public test server, and you used to get like skill damage bonuses or magic damage bonuses. I have the cloth armor buff mythic. I'm getting 12,400 XP and mana. That's more than I used to. And all skill damage and healing by 7.6%. That's Aeronor mythic. That's a lot more health and mana. But there was like crit rates, magic crit rate, or something like that as well. That's gone. Which, whatever. I don't know that that's necessarily that big of a deal. I'm sure it is to some people. But to me, that's not that big of a deal. I could almost care less, honestly. There's some enhancement tools if you're on the public test server. 10k each. That's dirt cheap for a test server. This duster, man, that's a retired costume, people. If you want it, 50k or 75k. Okay. Katori, what server do you play on, Arid? I play on the Nui server and the Thunderwing server. I'm on the public test server right now because the new patch is live. Albina, I have 129 prince crates I can open and screenshot if you want. I don't know that we need to do that yet, but thank you. I may ask you. I may come back to you on that. Here's the ancestral crates. I got 25 of them. Glowing prism, glowing prism, glowing prism. There is a sealed honor stone. More prisms. There's 4 garden powders. There's a companion grow stone. Companion grow stone. Another Lunafrost. More garden powders. Prisms. Prisms. Another Lunafrost. Prisms. Garden powders. Grow stone. Grow stone. Garden powders. There's like no Lunarite. That's the first thing I noticed. No Lunarite, no braziers, no XP items. I guess if you want to count these companion grow stones, unfucking tradable, by the way. Which, okay, I had to take a breath because I was about to rant. Here is this untradeable bullshit. This untradeable bullshit is bullshit. First of all, if you're going to make these pet grow stones untradeable, make them so you cannot use them on somebody else's pet. It's completely stupid to make these things untradeable, sellable, if I can just walk up to anybody that has a summoned pet and give it XP. What's the purpose of that? It's stupid. There's absolutely no reason to make these things untradeable. You say alts or whatever, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because if anybody is standing next to me, I can target their pet. Here's please kill me. Please kill me if you can summon a pet. And so I can illustrate my point. Can you check gestures? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Thank you. Oops. Please kill me's got a pet out. I can target it and give it XP. Just like that. So, what's the point of making those untradeable? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Eldhar, I got your message. Thank you very much. I'll take care of those at some point, maybe during the stream. Okay. Lots of questions, but let's take a look. I opened up these ancestral crates. This is what I got. I got 10 of these companion growth stones bound. 16 garden powders. That seems lower than normal. And then 11 of these Lunafrost and some glowing prisms. That's it. No basic Lunarite at all. So here's a flawless and then honor bound. Okay, so let's open up the honor bound. Those were rarer. And these are basically RNG blue Lunafrost. Well, armor and weapon. The rare version of the Lunafrost from the honor shop that you used to be able to just buy. That's vocation. Them are all gone, man. Those are all gone. And now you RNG for what you get. And these things are bound. Oh my god, this is horrible. Flawless. Flawless Lunafrost. These are the ones that you used to craft from alchemy, right? So this is pretty much garbage. So where do you get the question is where do you get the good ones, right? The arcane version that you would put like on your chest piece, like the receive damage 3%. Where do you get those? Because that was ancestral crates and I didn't get any arcane anythings. But you can even stone these. Takes 10 labor to even stone, as always. And then you just get more Lunarite. So basically, they removed the Lunarite from these crates so that Lunarite's going to cost you a whole bunch more labor. Because you gotta identify and then salvage to get Lunarite. Can you still craft these? Apparently not. There's no more crafting Lunafrost. Remember how you used to be able to craft like the cracked, the whole, and then the flawless? What about the ones for your cloaks? What are those called? Those are like the perfect Lunafrost. There's no Lunafrost at all. Oh, you can still, okay. Okay, you can still craft the perfect Lunafrost. But that's it, right? You can craft Aranor Lunafrost. So, rip Lunafrost, man. Oh my god, that's so horrible. Era, check your basic skill. There is new skill. Defiance. Ah, there you go. Thank you, Dark. There is a new skill in your basic skill tree. That's what Dark was asking about earlier. A 30-minute cooldown. Remove stun, trip, impale, fear, sleep, snare, slow, shackle, silence, and confinement effects, and it grants immunity to them for 1 second. So you get a arena type remove everything skill once every 30 minutes. I don't know, guys. Who cares, right? Okay, so that was Ancestral Crates. Let's go take a look at the general vendor, see what's up. Actually, while I'm doing that, they must not have updated the marketplace yet, but they talked about having a gold where you can buy Hiram XP items for gold. That was in the notes from today's live stream. There's supposed to be a tab where you can go here and buy XP items for 50 gold. There's also something that's supposed to be available for Prestige. There it is. This is so you can get a OP Awakening Scroll. It costs 400 Prestige. Son of a bitch. That's a lot of Prestige. I don't care who you are. 400 Prestige, 50 Hiram Awakening Scrolls. That's in the game right now. That's there. 400. Prestige is not that easy to come by. And oh, I need to look at, was it bound? Binds on pickup. So it is bound. So you have to farm your own Prestige if you want to use this. Gives you a 50% chance for the Hiram gear Awakening. Or you can do the non version of this and get a 10% chance. Alright, let's look at the general vendors, see what's going on here. Don't see anything new yet. Nothing new? Nothing new. I don't see any items here. They did say, okay, let's I'm just gonna jump around a little bit. I'm gonna go over to Reedwind. I don't need to buy XP for Hiram gear. I have 1k Hiram gear. That's not enough, Swizzards. $60 Prestige for day 1 week to get one. Yeah, it's going to take a while. I don't know necessarily that is a bad thing. Like, at least for the Fresh Start servers, it makes okay. The goal is, of course, to keep you playing for as long as possible, right? So you continue to give them $15 a month or however you pay for your patron time and feed them more money. So having these systems, that I'm all for it. It's okay that they have these systems that takes you a while to get good gear. The problem that they have, XL that is, the problem they have is they have a lot of pay-to-win systems where you can just buy good gear straight out, and then all of a sudden this idea of taking 3 to 6 months to get a good set of gear doesn't make sense. It doesn't. The two systems are at odds with each other. That's been their problem since the beginning of this game. Alright, so here's the Hiram guy. You can get a quest for him, which I just did. And there's a couple more quests. What's going on here? Oh, that's the Titan Wing quest. And then that's the Build the Tower quest. Okay. And so I guess there's mobs out here. I don't know where any of this stuff's at. I haven't seen anything. But I'm going to go towards the orc village that I would normally go to anyway. Let's see if we can find some of these new mobs. They said that during peacetime, you're supposed to find more of these guys. Let's see if we can run into them. There's one. Oh, God, no. There's another one. These guys are sprinkled in. They're sprinkled in the other mobs, the annoying mobs. Like, no one farms these big mobs. Oh, dear Lord. That's going to be the problem, right? There's not packs of them like in the Comlands. Well, I say there's not, but I've only just saw 2 of them, right? But it looks like if they're doing it this way, this is going to be a problem because you can't focus. You can't focus on, hey, I don't want to farm these stupid Ballasaurs. I just want to kill these abyssal guys, and they're spread out. That's not good. Let's go. Well, here's a commander. And oh god, those are so annoying. There's a locked silver crate. Locked silver crate, that's off a 2-star mob in Reedwin. They talked about that in the live stream today. Oh, these guys are dropping queen's purses. Not princes. That's the enraged dudes. That's another source for queen's purses. Which at this point, does it really matter, right? Let me XP up, or let me loot drop buff. Let me go ham. Okay. They're not quick respawning either, are they? Eric, will you check gestures? Yeah, I'll get into all that. I'll get into all that. There's a lot to do, Velq, so I'm just kind of where's they nerfed they changed the spawns of these guys. Still dropping, these are still all Prince items. These are the orcs. This is one of the spots I liked farming. Ever since they changed the drops out here. I've liked this this spot for Prince crate farming, but it looks like it's garbage, or it looks like they've kind of nerfed the crates anyway. Let's see, what do I got? I've only got 1 crate. I could farm there for a bit, But I'm actually more interested in these abyssal mobs. I found some down towards the tower, the Harani Tower, but they're just kind of sprinkled in. Here's some out here in this little lake. Oh, this is a small little collection of them. All right. Queens crates, guys. Queens crates, Queens versus. The thing about you know what? Now that I'm doing this, I kind of wish I was a melee, because these mobs are annoying, right? They're not easy to AoE farm because archers and mages. No braziers and princes, right? Yeah, no, the braziers are gone. The braziers are gone. Braziers and trees. There we go. There we go. Unidentified Hiram infusion. This is off, that was off of, something. This enraged archer dropped a Hiram, XP stone. Cost 50 labor to identify it, 50 labor to open it, to identify it. And I don't know how much it's worth, it doesn't tell me, but it's XP. So you can come out here and farm these guys, and they drop XP stones, but they're not dropping Hiram gear, at least not yet. Get up. So these guys, they don't drop Hiram gear, they only drop XP stones? What? Why would you not drop the Hiram gear? Ugh. I mean, I do like the fact that they drop queens, if only queens were good anymore. Got a silver crate, a Hiram XP thing, and queen stuff. Honor points. There's a commander. The first one I killed gave a crate. I wonder if that's the... These CCs are just so annoying. The second... That's 2 for 2 on these commanders, guys. I've killed 2 and I've gotten 2 silver crates. I can see people just running around looking for commanders. I don't know how often they spawn yet, but... God, these mobs are so annoying. Looks like the Archeage tree. Well, if you guys are worried about the braziers and the Archeage trees, Korea's had this change for a while, and we looked at it, and on Korea, the braziers and Archeage trees are around 80 silver each, so they're not going to get super expensive. There may be some adjustment period for us, but you can buy them for vocation, 200 each. You guys see that? Radiant tree, 200. So they're never going to cost as much as a cargo certificate, for example. I want to find another commander. I think I'm happy with what this is. I want to find another commander real quick and see if it's 3 for 3 on the silver crate drops. I mean, that would make them just worth hunting alone, right? If you just run around looking for commanders. I don't know how often they spawn. I don't know if there's only a certain amount. You know what I mean? If they're that good, XL is just not going to let them spawn randomly. They're going to, you know, they're going to time them. They're going to be, you know, spawn one every 10 minutes or whatever crap that they would do. But the two that I found, both have dropped silver crates. So we'll open those silver crates here as well. See if I can find another one. Up here by the, is this the pirate tower? I'm just out here looking for a new spot, or looking for the Commander Abyssal Enrage mobs. In the live stream today, they said that these mobs spawn more in peacetime. Okay, here's one. Okay, so this is the third commander that I have found. It will be the third kill. God, so annoying. Yep, 100% drop rate on these silver crates, guys. Now, does that mean anything? Does that mean anything? Well, we'll have to open them and find out. But the real thing is if those mobs, if those commanders respawn, or I'm really curious on how those spawn, right? Because if they respawn at a decent clip, you know, out here farming, you can, you know, get a fair amount of silver crates. The copper crates are going to be off the Shadow Invasion mobs, and the gold crates, the big dogs, are supposed to be off of world bosses. I'm going to find one more commander so I have at least 4 of these to open. If I can. If not, we'll just open these 3. Alright, another orc village. I got petrified. Nothing's over here. Trying to find more commandos. I kind of miss my my spell, my quick step here. So world bosses are going to be on a ridiculous 6 to 12 hour respawn. I haven't heard anything like that. But like the Kraken, I actually forget the examples they use. Okay, here's a commander. These guys don't seem to be spawning quite as frequently. Like, you don't find 2 or 3 of them together like other zones. Yep, 100% drop rate on those silver crates, guys. If you find a commander. So, good? I don't know. Alright, well, alright, so that's Reedwind. The enraged abyssal mobs, they drop Queen's Purses now. Queen's Purses and crates. Silver, 90 silver, 85 silver. I think those are about the same. Yeah, from the last video. Princes, 40 silver, 38 silver, 44 silver, 41, 6 labor point. That seems high. 41 silver, 38 silver. What? Hold on. Are the coin purses dropping more gold? That would blow my mind. I'm getting out my spreadsheet. Hold on a second. I want to see. So Queen's Purses were averaging 66 silver per labor point. Princes were 27. The average drop from a prince purse was 27 silver. In game, I was getting up to 40, 44, 41, 41, 38, 44. That's way above average. Coin purses are getting a higher silver to labor ratio, guys. That's confirmed. Wizards, any change of mining? I haven't even got there, man. I haven't even got there. I can't even check right now. So much to do. The Queens was 66 silver per purse. Uh, 84 silver. 86. Wait. Where's the rest of my queens? Oh, that's when I was acquiring it. Okay. 91.75. Or wait, no, 91. Nope. 95 silver. 85 silver. 88 silver. Okay, so queens. So everything's the silver coming out of the coin purses have increased. They have increased. I'll have to do more testing to get those exact numbers. But since I have this document from just recently, we can confirm that the gold coming out of the purses have increased. That was 41 silver. 41 silver again. Okay. All right, let's go check out these locked crates, these new silver crates. I actually have some of the old ones too. 3 commanders and no silver crate. Your RNG is good. I got. You got to go to Reedwind, man. The commanders, like in Diamond Shores, aren't going to drop them. Reedwind, Sun Gold, and Exalock or special zones now. And I'm 4 for 4 on commanders. Alright, I'm going to put this stuff away. XP stones, go away. Okay. Alright, so I've got 4 of the new silver crates and 4 of the old silver crates. Here's the old silver crates. I know this is probably going to be such a small sample. 7, 7, 8, 7. Does that seem higher? Or am I just not remembering correctly? It's been a while since I opened those. I'd have to relook at that. But 7, 7, 8, 7, Lunarite, Tier 1. Alright, here's the new locked silver crate. New locked silver crate. I found these on Commanders in Reedwind. Using the same silver key. 7, 8, 6. And it disappeared. The last was 9 Wave Glow. Okay, so first of all, one thing that I'm noticing is it seems like we're getting more Wave Glow Lunarite for whatever reason. This is a small sample, but so they kind of look the same. The new silver crate was, I'm looking at the numbers here, 9 gold, 9 gold, 10 gold, and 12 gold. So around 10 gold-ish each. That's the new silver crates. The new silver crates are around 10 gold each. The old ones were only around 6 gold each. 6 gold, 6 gold, 6 gold. 6 gold. Little over 6.5 gold. So the old silver crates, 6.5 gold, plus the Lunarite. The new silver crates, 10 gold plus the Lunarite. Yeah, there we go. That's not too bad. Alright, so here's a Prince crate. I got only a flawless Lunafrost. Where do you get the arcane ones, man? I know that was just one, but okay, here's the Prince crates, flawless Lunafrost, Prism, Cynthium Shard, Honor-bound Lunafrost, and Prisms. And it's the same garbage. Oh, man. Where the hell do you get the good... Do I have some left? I had some of the old tradable. I do. These ones. Honor Bold, these ones, the arcane versions. I haven't found a single one. Ancestral crate, open 25 of them. Prince crates, Queen's crates. No arcane version of these things. That's the only thing people use. What the hell? Lower the music, please. Really? It's nearly off. I turned it down to negative 14 decibels. I Am Forever is the July update on the PTS. Yes, that's what we're doing right now. Greventhal, you can use the Lunarite to craft them. That's what I looked at, Graven. I looked for the crafting recipes. Luna Frost. These are the only ones that are coming up in the crafting recipes is the perfect Luna Frost, which is for the back. Where's the ones for the weapons, for the chest? All right, let me try it this. Let me tackle it a different way. This is the PTS, so things can be wrong. Nope. Open folio. Put in lunarite as a material. There's the only thing that I'm seeing is these. The Luna drops. Okay, okay, let me try it this way. Honor Bold? Is that what they're called? Honor Bold, yep. Honor Bold is what they're called. They're not in here, man. Right click on the lunarite. That's how you combine. Oh. Oh. So you can't combine these things anymore? Thank you. Okay, so I just combined, I spent 10 labor to combine 30 into an honor-bound Lunafrost, which is the garbage ones that I've been getting, that cost 10 labor to identify, that if you don't get the right one, then you have to recycle. And I spent 30 and I got 11 back. Okay. Okay. So here's the question. How do you upgrade these now? Okay, so you have to combine these via crafting. You can no longer right-click them to combine them. Okay, so if you combine... But that doesn't do anything. So take the biggest one, which is the Superior Lunarite. 2 of those to get... This is fucking confusing. You randomly get a blue one? Why do I keep getting these blue ones? Ah. Then, okay, so after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the superiors, I got a arcane version, which is RNG, for a 2-handed weapon. This is so stupid. So stupid. Why you want, let's say you want the chest piece, the 3% damage reduction for the chest. You have to combine 1,000 of these things to get one. This is stupid. And then they go back to the... I had to combine 2 of the superiors per to get RNG to even get the right color, the right rarity, and then you RNG which one you get? You gotta be shitting me. That's ridiculous. And these are all untradeable, by the way. If you guys want to put this into an analogy of a system that was like this, this is exactly like the Wisp system in crafting, where you try for what you want. If you don't get it, you can salvage it. And you get part of back what you put into it. But you don't get your labor back. You don't get to pick which item. There's way too many varieties of these Luna Gems. Or these Luna Frost to actually consider getting the right one. I mean, what is there? There's like 15 different arcane ones. So you might be going for a two-handed weapon and you'll get the this is stupid. I'm gonna have to go through and do some math, but it's a ridiculous system. This is ridiculous. Okay, chalk that up for bad. Chalk that up as a bad change. Absolutely stupid. Yeah, and guess what happened to the Wisp system? Exactly. Absolutely exactly. They removed it because people complained, but it took, what, a year and a half, 2 years before they even addressed it? And then they put the system right back in? Like, the system is stupid. Sorry, XL. This system is stupid. RNG, like, I need a specific Luna Frost, and I have to do this. I have to spend 5,000 labor.
And you know what to do, dog. Bust a move.
To maybe get it. Tippy Topple, thank you very much, man. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, Tippy. Really appreciate that. Welcome, by the way. Join the Discord as well. Make sure I know who you are. That is just you. Like, if you have a brand new set, like, okay, so on the Legacy server, actually, if you're in the game right now and you know which Luna Frost you want, you better buy it right now for honor. If you know you want the chest damage one, damage decrease, the attack bonus for the weapons, spend all your honor now, because as you work on your Hiram gear and you have to refine these things, oh my god. It's crazy ridiculous. Ridiculous. Those things should at least be sellable. That way, if you get lucky and you get a good one, you can sell it. But you're confined. These are untradeable and untradeable. There's the head decrease delay. Like, that's only like a healer maybe would use that one. This is fucking ridiculous. This is stupid. Stupid. Sorry, XL, you fail here. You have to use labor to identify, use labor to salvage, and you could literally spend a whole day, all your labor, and not get what you want. The numbers are that bad. Graventhal, I just bought a whole gear set just to be safe. Yeah. Master Doom is boring and stupid. There's way too much you don't need. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly it. There's way too many. Like, if there was one for weapon, one for a one-handed weapon, and one for each slot. Like, you might want focus for your feet or your legs. And then there's also the resilience one. You might want that. There's way too many options. Way too much RNG. Way too much. Horrible. Bad change. And then when you finally, and then there's like, and then on top of that, on top of all that, you're spending labor on both sides of it to combine and salvage. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I did want to do something though. Hiram XP. Actually, let me see if I can get Muzzy in here. We got a raffle coming up in a couple minutes. Let me put out the bat signal. Muzzy, where you at, my brother? Muzzatopolis. I'm going to see if I can get Muzzy in here. I got a couple questions. One of the things that I'm curious about is these Hiram Awakening. You can do the quest, which I'm going to have to see if I can get grants to do this Awakening stuff, but I want to look to see what this XP thing is worth. I think it's 150. Where is my Hiram gear? Oh, it's in the bound one. All right. Okay, so the I got this off of one of the enraged mobs in Reedwind. This was a normal archer that dropped this thing. It was a Hiram XP stone. Took me 50 labor to open it up, and it is worth 200 whatchamajiggies.
Mamma mia, that's some
200 honor
spicy
points.
meatball.
Also, should you open your Hiram gear now or wait? Well, I've got some of this Hiram gear, and they said that they're going to increase the XP that you get. Right now, you get 150. Now, or I'm sorry, you got 100. Now you get 150. That's a confirmed change. If you're stocking up Hiram gear to build a set, stock up. Don't open. Wait unless you absolutely have to open it now. You get more XP. After the patch. Actually, like 50% more. So you're best to wait. What was that? What? Wait, hold. I just got... I just got a free scroll? Must be an achievement thing. I heard the sound, guys. I know it's raffle time. Okay, once you get an achievement for upgrading a Hiram piece to Celestial. That gives you a Hiram Awakening scroll. to attempt to awaken a Hiram piece. Okay, why is my tooltips back on? I would have turned that off. Tooltips. Where is the tooltips? Close tutorial is on. Well, I still got that. All right. This is a big scroll. This is the sacred scroll. So the first time you get a celestial Hiram piece, you get a free 50%er scroll. You're gonna lose. So this is a celestial piece. It's gonna go back to rare. Now somebody was asking, if you max it out, does it go to heroic? That's a good question. I can max this thing out, but maybe I'll do that after this break. After the raffles here. Does Hiram give more XP feeding other Hiram? There's a chart. You get 85% back of the level it took to get there. I know that's a crappy answer, but I have a video on that. So if you feed Hiram gear, you get like that is enough to max this thing out. This gives me 5,863. A set of sleeves gives me 5,863. But that's way more XP. That's not as much XP as I put into it. So you get back about 85% of what you fed to get it to whatever level. Can you still feed boss gear to Aranor this patch? Huh? You could never feed boss gear to Oh, yeah. I don't know. Sounds like you should. Played in a while. Okay, it's we got raffles. I know, I'm working on it. So much to do, man. Yeah, dark and roll. Okay, let's do raffles. We're going to come back. We're going to check more on this stuff here in a minute. All right, let's go back to raffles. Raffles. That's the wrong window. All right, guys. Same thing as last time. I'm going to give you about 2 minutes for each one of these raffles. We got a Vero weapon skin, and then we have Apex on the Nui, Thunderwing, or the Retribution servers. All right, I got everybody's name written down. We're going to go back to the game. All right, so should I try to awaken this? Sure, let's do that. Well, you know what I can do? Muzzy was actually going to go find an answer, but why don't I just get it myself? I need to put 6,000 XP into this to get it to max. That's a lot of pieces of items. At 150 a crack. Okay, Muzzy, thank you. He said the answer seems like a yes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up a bunch of these Hiram pieces you gave me for that video, Muzzy. And let me get that full screen. And I'm going to make this belt max. And we're going to see it right here. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but... actually, I did think about it. I just didn't want to do it. Because that's a lot of XP. There's a lot of items that I'm going to have to open here. But they are 150 XP each now, compared to 100 that's currently on live. So I'm going to have to, between trying to put out videos and testing content, if you have, I'm going to have to do some farming and hold on to some stuff, because it's like 50% more XP. Take advantage of that. All right, let's see what we get here. Feeding this stuff up. There's some bonus. More bonus. We're trying to get this thing to Celestial Max. Because supposedly if you awaken it, it comes out a higher grade. The real question is how much XP are you actually saving by going to max? We can say one thing for sure. Okay, so I put some more XP in that. Look at that. Look at this. This is very interesting. It's not max. It's not max. It's 2,000 XP short of max. But it does look like it actually matters how much XP is in the item. So it's telling me now it will come out heroic. Before it was saying rare. You don't have to max Celestial. Well, the question is, this thing is coming out as heroic. I don't know how much I had to put into it, but is it going to come out heroic with extra XP in it, right? I mean, this is all predisposing that I actually get it to awaken, and I only got one scroll, so I don't have a lot of material right now to test this, but let's go ahead and try it. Let me go ahead and get it max, just to see. It's already saying it's going to come out heroic, but just in case, it may be like if I were to awaken it right now, it may come out heroic with like 200 XP in it. But if I get it to max, it may come out to heroic with like 5,000 XP or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the more XP you put into it, the more it's going to come out. That seems to be the case. But more testing will need to be done. Max equals unique. I think it's going to be like a ratio of XP, not necessarily max. It's just how much XP the item has in it. That's my guess. That's what would make the most sense, but you know, XL does not always do things that make the most sense, at least not to me. Okay, so this is max. All right, so that item is now maxed. And in case you're wondering, I did not close the window. It closed on me. Let me grab some water. All right, so the belt is Celestial Max. I cannot even put it back into the window, so I can't even try to put more XP into it, which is good. It's one of the things that XL doesn't always do very well. They allow you to do things that you shouldn't do, like use a yellow regrade charm when you're already 100%, like on Grand and stuff like that. That should not be allowed to happen, but anyway, in this case, that's not allowed to be happened. All right, so let's attempt this. It's still saying that I will go to heroic. I'm going to gain one. I'm going to gain 1 equipment point, lose 5 toughness, and lose some stats, basically. But here we go. If we awaken it. Success. Then I got another achievement. And I got a free Wave Glow Luna Gem. And I don't think we got any chat spam when people awaken things, so that's good. Yeah, there we go. That's thank you very much, Kellen. Not only is it heroic, it has 2,687 XP into it already. So it not only did it come out heroic, it's 54% to unique. And looks like I got an achievement. Let me make sure. So there's an achievement for awakening a leather piece of armor, which would mean there's an achievement for plate and cloth and maybe a two-hander. What? Well, that would be under... There's got to be like a crafting or something? I'm trying to find what category this is under. Is it just a general? PvP items. Okay. Well, that's what it said. Combat PvP. Combat PvP. Why is this not in... I'm not seeing it. Wondering if there's like a awaken a bow, awaken. Well, it's not showing me the undone ones yet. Whatever. So there's a leather one, so there's got to be a plate and at least a cloth. Interesting. Let's see. What's the Awakening Scroll does exactly, sir? The stream break for me. Okay, so the Awakening Scrolls gives you a 50% chance to take your Hiram gear from Tier 1 to Tier 2. That's if you have the Greater Awakening Scroll. There's a cheaper Awakening Scroll, which gives you a 10% chance. You can get these by farming the mobs and doing daily quests. The fourth category in the combat section, you were just checking the wrong one. Oh, was I? Oh, PV. Oh, I was in. Okay, gotcha. Thank you very much. Okay. Epic cloak, bro. Yep, so there's a one hand, a two hand, an instrument, a cloth, and a plate. So if you awaken each one of those, you get basically a free Tier 1 Luna Gem. So one hand, two hand, instrument, cloth, plate, and leather. There's no bow, though. Oh, well, the bow is the one-handed weapon. Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Chances are Tier 2 or not, it can break. No, it can't. Now that it's Tier 2, it can't break. There's going to be a Tier 3 eventually. I'm just feeding in more XP real quick to this Radiant Hiram. You know what's odd is the gold cost is lower. The gold cost is actually lower to put XP into these. That seems like a bug. Because it was like 3 gold and something when it was Tier 1. And now that it's Tier 2, it's like 1 gold and 86. Right on. There's a unique set. Alright, so that's the Hiram gear. Please kill me. Congratulations on that mythic tier 7 shield. Alright, I'm going to put some of this stuff away. Get this stuff out of my bag for now. I'm really hating this this Lunarite stuff though. That's a really boned thing. I'm gonna go check I think gesture crates. See how those are doing real quick. This is a public test server, so I am just deleting this Lunarite. I cannot foresee any reason why I would have to use that. Let's go do some real quick gesture crate farming. I don't need many. If I can get like 10, 15, just to see what we're getting. I got a feeling, you know, like Muzzy said in the stream today, Larceny, we got some tough times ahead of us, my fellow Larceny friends. It looks like the stuff that's coming out of these crates is all bound, minus the glowing prisms and mysterious garden powders, and that's not good for our pocketbooks. I went the wrong way. Larceny yet equal farm, stock them until temper change comes. Fail has a chance to crystallize if you do the cheap 10% scroll, yes. And then it's 10k honor to fix it. Which, you know, now that you're not spending honor on Lunafrost, you have all that free honor, right? I need to eat some loot potions here. I don't want to get a bunch of blanks. A bunch of coin purses. Oh, we did find out, if you guys are just tuning in, we did find out that the coin purses, the gold amount coming out of the coin purses has increased. That is actually a good thing. The crates have been nerfed. The coin purses have been buffed. Slightly. Alright. I'm going to go to the bigger area. Apparently I am lost. Like, where are we at? There's... Here it is. Okay. Fuck off, Windows. I haven't got a single crate yet, man. What's going on? The big thing about these gesture crates is if they do not drop Archeum. That is a huge nerf. Like, besides all this Lunafrost crap, no Archeum, that would not be a good thing. Still no crates. What if the Jester crates don't even drop anymore? Oh man. Gee, Mani. Come on, man. No crates yet. Quilladon, make it war. Rookborn, please. Wasn't there new ancestral levels? Not in this version. That's something that is in the Korea just got. So we're still phase 4 fresh start. Which, you know, if you're a legacy player, that doesn't mean much, but you do get all the changes. I only wanted like 10 crates and I haven't got a single one. I killed this whole area and not a single crate. $25-0. Crikey. Would they nerf the drop rate of crates? I mean, usually it's like 1 out of 5. You get 5 coin purses, you get 1 crate. Honestly, I'm seriously wondering here. There's so far no crates. Now I got that weird bug where you get a random item tooltip. Still no crates. What in the hell? Well, I've gotten Prince crates, I've gotten Queen's crates today, but no Jester crates. There's a crate. Finally. 35. It took 35 coin purses to get 1 crate. That's what? That's crazy, man. That's way, way low. Like, 1 to 5 is the normal. I'm too OP, man. God, this bug. The bug where you get a random tooltip that just keeps coming up. Does it have Archeum? Well, I need to find at least like 5, right? Oh, what? No, yeah, because they would just drop Archeum anyway, right? Okay, yeah, I'll open it. The drop rate on these crates is really low. I hope they must have changed something. There's another crate. All right, so we got 2 to look at. All right, so here's the big get. Do we get Archeum out of Jester crates? No. Oh my God, no Archeum. Rip. And then XP items, which are absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless items. Level 50 or lower, you can only use these at level 50 or lower. You can't sell them. You only can delete them. They're worthless for level greater than 50. And I got 2 of the crappy low-grade Lunafrost, which took me 10 labor to identify, and then it's going to take me 10 more labor to salvage. Man, that's... And so you can still get the armor pieces, which is kind of, you get pretty good money, at least on the fresh start with the value of the Archeum. Like that, that was like 6 gold, maybe 5 gold, 6 gold worth of Archeum off of 2 items, which is not bad. But the crate farming, man, the crate farming is dead. I mean, why would you do that? Why would you waste your time? The only thing that would make it worth it is if all of a sudden Lunarite gets very expensive. And by Lunarite, I mean Lunarite, not Wave, Fire, Gale. I mean specifically Lunarite. If all of a sudden that value goes up, then yeah, maybe. But there's way too much of it out there right now. Although there's going to be a lot of it wasted as people try to get. Here's a pro tip. If you're on the live servers right now and Lunarite is cheap, you might want to, I don't know, get a stack of 1,000. I'm going to look when I get in and buy like a stack of 1,000 of it. I'm not saying it's going to be worth more, but the system is designed to where that is such a generic commodity that that has no use really right now, no good use, that I could actually see that actually going up in value. I know that's counterintuitive, but that's just, take it for what you will. I'm going to personally buy a stack of 1,000 of it myself. Just in case. It may go down. But I do have some thoughts on that. It's, let's see. Oh yeah, it just went way up today. 3 silver to currently it's selling for, well, 10 silver. Tripled the value already. I just tabbed over to the legacy server here. It's 11 silver right now per unit. And I can't really tell what's going on because somebody has sold some for 10,000 gold each. Could have been 16,000 gold for one. I don't know if that's somebody doing credit transfers, you know, to their other accounts or whatever, but that's hard to see when stuff like that happens. So, and there's not a whole lot of it available right now. As of yesterday, 5,800. So that had to do with, must have been with today's stream. People must have already thought about that. That's really crazy, guys. I forgot to set the timer back up. Let me do that. Put the raffle up in another 45 minutes. I've been rambling on for about 15, so we'll set it up for another 45 minutes. My advice thus far today, I got these notes to go over, and we'll do that here in just a second. But my advice, if you have crates, which I personally do, because I was saving them thinking they're going to get better, they're actually going to get worse. If you have coin purses, you might want to hold on to those, because those are going to get better. If you have Hiram gear and you don't need to open them right now, like I don't on my legacy character, save them, because you're gonna get 50% more Hiram XP after the patch. I'm going to open up all my Prince crates right now, taking my own advice. So what's left in the crates? You get glowing prisms, Cynthium shards, and Lunafrost, which you can only break down into Lunarite. That's it. And there's XP items, but you know, XP items are pretty much worthless. So Prince crates are getting worse. Every crate is getting worse. Every crate. Prince, jesters, nobles, merchants, every crate is getting worse. I'm opening up every single crate I have right now. And if I have to drink, well, I won't have to drink labor because I can wait until tomorrow. But if you have crates, honestly, there's no point of holding on to them. Wingosaurus Archeage is getting worse in general. Yeah, I don't know if it's getting worse. It's changing. Like I was saying earlier, it's when the changes affect what you do. Like, you know, for instance, the trade pack changes. Those don't annoy me. I think they're stupid, but they don't annoy me because I don't do trade packs. Larceny is something I do. And so it does hurt worse when it hits home, you know? So that's my advice thus far. While I open these crates up, let's get into these patch notes. I'm going to go quickly, but you guys tell me in chat if something comes up that I say. Some of this stuff I'm going to rant a little bit about, although I've already done that. But if something is bothering you, say something in chat. I'm going to read chat while I go through this. I got 2 pages of notes. So here we go. The Lunar Frost are removed from the Honor Shop. RNG, what you get. Yeah, we showed that in this stream today. The old crates, like Prince crates, Jester crates, and all that stuff, they convert to the new version of crates, which suck. So that's what I'm doing right now. There's new versions of the copper, silver, and gold locked metallic crates. We showed that in the hour 2. So a few minutes ago, I talked about that, which if you have the old versions, they're basically exactly the same. Nothing has changed. Same thing to open, blah, blah, blah. We did find out that the new silver crates have a 100% drop rate off of the Commanders in Reedwind. I killed 4 of them and got 4 silver crates. The new versions drop more gold. And because we only had 4, we don't really know what else. But also, it seemed like the Wave Lunarite dropped a little bit higher. Or it could have just been random that I got lucky and got a bunch of Wave. I don't know. The old silver crates were about 6 gold per when you opened it. The new ones are about 10 gold per. So maybe silver might go up in value because the price of the silver key can get offsetted by the new amount of gold coming out of those. The Shadow Invasion mobs that used to drop the gold crates now drop the copper crates. Then they said that you can get Sunpoint Sunpoint, Moonpoint, Starpoint fragments from copper crates. Although I opened 4 and didn't get any, that's the same for silver crates. The silver crates are dropping off of the elite mobs in Reedwind at least, Sun Gold, and Exalock. World bosses drop the gold crates now, which can also, the gold crates are supposed to be able to include resplendent scrolls. And they also, the gold crates can also drop mana stone crystals that are used for crafting mounts. Those are bound and untradeable. Albino Archeage Logic cargo search with 300 vocation is 10 copper. Meanwhile, the Archeum tree and Regrave Brazier worth 200 vocation sell for 50 silver to the NPC. Seems legit. Yeah. They removed the Archeum in crate farming because too much Archeum tree and Brazier. On the fresh start, I don't know that that's true, but okay. Arid, by the way, your PTS account is attacked by monsters. I'm killing them for you. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm going to just recall out of here. Let's go back to Thunderwing. I'm going to finish up these patch notes. Tier 2, Hiram. There's a daily quest in Exalock Sun Gold in Reedwind that you can get to get the Awakening Scrolls. We showed that at the beginning of the stream. I went to Reedwind and got the kill quest. New mobs, Enraged Abyssal mobs. They can drop scrolls and XP for Hiram. We showed that. The guy, one of the archers I killed out in Reedwind, dropped a unidentified Hiram XP thing. When I opened it, I got a synthesis thing for 200, worth 200 Hiram XP. I only killed maybe 50 mobs out there and only got 1 XP drop. Also, I did not get any Hiram honor or Hiram weapons or armor pieces. So I don't know necessarily that you'd want to farm them for the XP, but maybe. I don't know. Muzzy said in the live stream, Fresh Start does not get Reedwind. That sucks. Legacy servers, of course, will already have it. Reedwind, Exalox, Sun Gold. Okay, so when Reedwind is in peace for Legacy server players, and Exaloc and Sun Gold become purified, that is through those Ost towers, more of the abyssal, raged abyssal mobs spawn. If you're a pirate, you can pick up the quest for the scrolls in your little area, because the mobs attack you, or the guards attack you, I should say, where you would normally pick up the scrolls. We don't get Reedwind and Fresh Start because we would notice that there's not much people playing. There's a fair bit, right? I mean, but Reedwind would be pretty packed. I like Reedwind as a zone myself, but that's only because the Orc village for Prince Crate farming, which is now killed. So, whatever. Awakening from Celestial. When you awaken a Hiram piece, you do not lose your gems, so go ahead and slot up if you want to. You do not lose your gems, even if like the item goes down to a grade. You'll keep your gem slots. You don't lose your Lunafrost either. So put your Lunafrost in now more than ever. If you have honor, make sure you get all your honored gems in. You will not lose them as you awaken your Hiram. The XP increases in Hiram XP feeding. So right now Hiram gives you 100 XP. After this patch, it'll give you 150 XP per item. As I said earlier, if you have Hiram items saved up, wait until after the patch to open them. Or use them, I should say. Let's see. For awakening Hiram, it takes 10 scrolls and 300 labor for the 10% chance to awaken. Or you can use 50 scrolls and 400 prestige to get the superior awakening scroll, in which you get a 50% chance. The cheap way to awaken the 10% chance one has a chance to awaken it, crystallize it, or nothing. If you happen to get a fail, which is crystallization, it's going to take you 10k honor to fix it. To try again, there's also fail stacks, which we've already talked about. For the mobs that drop, like the enraged mobs in Reedwind, Sun Gold, and Exaloc that drop the XP items for Hiram, there's a basic which is worth 100, a grand which is worth 200, and a arcane which is worth 400. There's supposed to be a 100 XP stone available in the shop, the marketplace shop, for 50 gold, 1 per day. Then they said something about a 50 loyalty version. Let me go back to the PTS to see if that's there. Okay. I don't think they've updated the marketplace yet. There is no loyalty version yet, but although the PTS has been updated, the marketplace gets updated separately. So there's not been a marketplace update yet. Cannot confirm that XP or the loyalty one. Then they said something about 400 XP for 400 credits, 4 per day. So something about that. We'd have to confirm that when the marketplace gets updated. They also said Serendipity Stones will allow you to re-roll stats on the Hiram gear. So that's coming. Do I have a Serendipity Stone? There's a fragment. I've got bound ones, but I don't want to... Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. Okay, so... This is the public test server. I'm going to go see if I can re-roll a stat on Serendipity or Hiram. Thank you, Invictus. Patch notes will be provided once completed, and marketplace updates will be done at a later time. That's typical, right? I didn't expect anything different. That's typical. They get the patch out, and then the marketplace is a separate update, which they can kind of do on the fly, which is cool. All right, so Serendipity Stone, yes. So Serendipity Stones, you can re-roll your Hiram, confirmed. Here, right there. Miss Song, this whole dungeon shit, this is very confusing, so I'm going to do my best to explain it. There is 4 tiers of Miss Song weapons, or there was 4 tiers of Miss Song weapons. If you're on Fresh Start, it means nothing to you, because there was no tiers, because Miss Song didn't exist. But if you're on the Legacy server, there was 4 tiers of Miss Song weapons. Now there's only 2. Miss Song Normal and Easy drop tier 1. Hard drop tier 2. You can awaken Miss Song weapons. The new greater dungeons. The normal dungeon gear, you regrade it up to Divine now. Doing normal, the greater dungeon gear drops the tier 2 dungeon items, which you can awaken and go up to a legendary. Obsidian is not coming to the Fresh Start server. This is all patch notes, guys, what I'm reading. Or what this is all notes from the try-on live stream. If you're watching this video on YouTube, there will be a link in the video description. But right now we're in Twitch. There's a 30 so for when you awaken a Miss Song stuff, there's a 30% chance to awaken that. Whereas there's a 10 for the Hiram gear, or 50 depending on which route you go. The Miss Song weapons use the fail stack, so if you fail, you get fail stacks. Fail stacks are basically saying as you fail, you get a better chance the next time you try. This change does not affect the Taurus weapons. Here's a... What? Wait. Oh, you can't. Look at this, guys. This is interesting. I'm just clicking around in here. So the Hiram Tier 2. Hiram Tier 2 is better than Ionad. I thought it was supposed to be Delphinod. Hiram Tier 2 at Divine, 757 gear score versus Delphinod, 601. 25% better. But the max level is Divine. It's actually better than Ionad. Better than Tier 3 Obsidian, which is our old Tier 5. Or Tier 6. That's crazy, man. But no temper. You're right, no temper. So what is, let's look at a dagger. A dagger is 574 DPS. A Delphinod is 456. An Ionad is 555. It's very slightly better. 574. So 20 points. A 10% temper would put an Ionad over 600. But still, I mean, Ionad, dude, that's 20k gold versus whatever, a few thousand into a Hiram. And this is only Tier 2, man. Tier 3 has already come out in Korea. Again, I said this at the beginning of the stream. If you're not on the Hiram train, I understand it only if you're already running like Epic or better Ionad stuff. If not, you might as well get on the train, man. It's coming. Choo choo. It's coming. There is a temper in Korea. Yeah, I heard that too. Tempering will be available for Tier 3 Hiram. Again, Hiram is what XL wants you to be working on. They've nerfed, changed, wrecked, made it difficult for every other system in this game. And even Hiram, by the way, is not easy. But if you have not got on that train, I'm telling you, you're missing out. It's just the way that they're doing things now. So what about Miss Song? Like, I don't even... What is... There's not that many Miss Song weapons anyway, right? There's no new Miss Song weapons, which is another note. No new Miss Song weapons, but the ones that are available, dagger, scepter. Isn't there a bow? The flame spite bow. It's not even all that good. $488? That's pretty shitty. Divine 488 DPS for the Hiram Tier 2 bow. I know on the Legacy server mine's like 490 right now. Legendary GHA. Alright. Let's see. The next note, normal dungeon gear has a Synthium system. No. Greater dungeon gear drops Tier 2. Yeah, so remember how in the olden days of Archeage, when you did greater dungeons, you got like the why am I blanking on this name? I've got one in my bag. Monstrous Desire. That used to drop. Then they changed it to where it would only drop the whatever the other desire. I can't forget the name of it. Then you had to upgrade it with abyssal crystals and all that. Now, greater dungeons are once again dropping the tier 2. So, greater dungeons like Serpentis will drop the Monster's Desire straight away. You can only level the greater dungeon items like the Monster's Desire through synthesis. You can feed greater dungeon weapons into Mist-Song weapons and vice versa. So I could feed this Monster's Desire into a Mist-Song weapon if I wanted to. You can craft XP items for Mist-Song and greater armors sets. So there's supposed to be something craftable. Which, wow, I don't know how to find that. I don't even know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Arcane Desire, thank you. This game rip, no one can deny it. Oh, you know. What? How am I gonna find this? How do you find the XP item? I mean, what is it called? Oh, I forgot about the fishing rods. That's a change. I forgot about, they talked about that last time. The patch is here. $40K fishing? I know I'm off. I completely sidetracked myself. Okay, so the basic fishing rod, bamboo, novice fishing rod, sturdy, gilt, binds on pickup. So you got to pretty much craft your own. Or, well, you can use a commission system, I guess. It uses handicraft, but you craft it with a fishing proficiency. So no longer do you handicraft to craft fishing rods, you fishing to craft fishing rods. The two big ones is the veteran sturdy rod, or no, the expert sturdy rod. You can fish for 2 hours with a fishing lure. Permanent rod. You get extra damage. Okay, so there's two versions. There's the expert flexible, which does a 96% success rate for fishing with a 110% cast frequency. And then the sturdy rod, which is 220-second cast frequency. That's 4 minutes. Man, I hope that's wrong. It takes 4 minutes to cast. I don't know what that means. I need testing items. Definitely look into that later. The game is amazing, but yeah, exactly. I don't know if you got that from my video, but you know I've said that. Someone could spend all day making 1K gold or make 1K in less than 20 minutes pay to win, yeah. I'm with you, Barack. And that's the problem with Archeage is both of those things are at odds with each other. Like it's too easy to pay to win for the difficulty that it is for everything else. Kalan says, I guess that's a time right, that's the problem with the fishing rods. no way can bait fishing, no way can it take 2 to 4 minutes to catch one fish bait fishing. That would be a crazy nerf. Hero calls on PTS, yeah, Jen's on. She's hero calling. Jen's pretty much the only hero. Okay, let's finish up these patch notes because I only got 15 minutes left. All right, the greater miss songs, you can temper the greater weapons. That's not changed. Nothing's changed. You can't temper Hiram, at least right now. They talked about the grade buffs. So here we're on the PTS right now. If you notice on your current characters, if you're logged in game right now, you can look at your armor buff, and you'll get like some mana, health, and some like crit damage or something like that. Right now, the cloth buff, that's the only one I can show you. Max health and mana is up quite a bit. I got almost 30k health in a cloth, but that's about 5,000 higher than I remember. I could be off. And then all skill damage and healing by 7.6%. That's mythic cloth buff on PTS. Then there's also this buff. Wait. Equip shield, physical defense, and magic defense 200. Health and mana plus 350. Okay. So they're talking about the set grades. So there's also going to be a grand, rare, and heroic buff, or grand and heroic armor buff. So you can't use cheapy items to fill out like a mythic buff. Like for instance, if I had an arcane item, or I'm sorry, a rare item before, if you had 4 pieces, you could still get the mythic buff and whatever. Now you can't do it because now it goes off your lowest grade. That was kind of like a bug or a little trick that's been in Archeage forever. That's apparently being fixed. Then they did a little bit of talking about new damage types: crushing, piercing, slashing, and which weapons do that, and somehow something about something of... I don't understand any of that stuff. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. But armor sets, certain armor sets are going to be... It's the rock, paper, scissors things. You know, plate is going to be better for this. Cloth is going to be better for that. Armor is going to be better for this. This weapon does this type of damage. And it's up to like a 20% buff if you're hitting the right verses. So like, this is not, don't take this for sure words because I don't understand all this stuff. I've never looked into it. But like if you have slashing weapon and you're attacking the weak slashing, let's say it's leather, you get 20% extra damage. Only apply to melee, not apply to magic or bows. It's melee only damage. Okay, so here's another change they talked about. Fresh start server only. The Kraken, when it spawns, it's going to spawn on Tuesday and Thursdays and Saturdays. On one of those days, it's only Nui can attack it. The next time it spawns, only Hirani can attack it. And then on Saturday, when it spawns, it's a free-for-all PvP event. So, one per faction. It spawns 3 times a week. Halcyona, max 100 participants. After 150, you get put into a queue. If you're not in the event, you get teleported out. That's it. That's the patch notes. Or that's the fresh start notes. They're supposed to be putting some up on the forums, and if you're watching this video on YouTube, which I'll post later this week, weekend, you can just click the patch notes if you want to read them. Wow. So that's what's going on. CC Mendiaz, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Just saw the hello message. Can you check the trade pack changes? Yeah. I think we pretty much know those, but we can look at them, right? So, what's a popular trade pack? You guys know I don't pay attention to this. I can do Villanelle. I don't think people are doing. So, Villanelle, that's the Gilda pack. The Gilda pack, 150 dried flowers, 10 wool, 1 Gilda. The other pack, 180 dried flowers, 2 cherries. The fertilizer pack, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. The community center pack, 150 chopped produce, 15 rice. And then the Gilda dust pack, which is pretty much no longer a thing, right? It's 70 flowers, 40 wool, 3 dust. Yeah, one's gonna. I talked about this earlier, VelQ, with this change requiring more of the processed materials like dried flour, chopped produce, medicinal powder, is just basically a way for them to increase the amount of labor that it takes to make a trade pack, whether it's you spending it or not. By requiring more processed materials, it means there's more demand on the processed materials, which is more demand on their basic materials, but it also increases the amount of labor because it takes labor to process those materials. That's just the trend, man. What about the gold for delivery? They said that those aren't changing unless you're talking about the freshness. So the freshness, we can go to the Hero Hall or the trade outlet real quick and look. I don't know necessarily that that's going to tell us much without a trade pack. On the PTS, people don't typically run trade packs. I may do a video on it. I know it's a very popular activity in Archeage. Okay, so a Mahadavi pack is 9 gold, 74 silver. You get a plus 15% payment if you get it there in like 15 minutes or something like that. And that's due to the distance of the pack. After 1 hour, you get minus 30%. The Rookborn pack, which is a preserved specialty, you don't get any bonus if you get it in right away, but it will degrade to minus 15% over 2 hours. It's worth 18 gold. If you minus 15%, so if you wanted to stage like a Rookborn pack, I mean that makes sense because you don't lose that much, only 15%. And you can stage it and run it when the 30%, when it's in demand. I guess, like the whole trade pack thing, look, I'm not a big trade pack guy, so a lot of this stuff, you want somebody that understands the system, that does the system, to describe the changes, right? You don't want me talking about PvP because I know nothing about it. Well, I know very little about it, so you'd want somebody like Hazmat or GamePro or Master Doom, for that matter, to talk more about it because they know how things worked, how they used to work, and how they currently work. I don't have that knowledge because I don't pay attention to it. And that's going to apply to trade packs as well. I just don't do them enough to even, and it's just, maybe I need to, man. Because, man, Larceny got boned hard. Hard. Check the cargo seller. Alright. Harani pack, 50 gold. Aurorian pack, 100 gold. Nui pack, 50 gold. Also, don't forget about the shipping changes. Remember that? The recovery pouches are going up. Used to be they used to be 25 labor to craft base. Now they're 50. Pretty much everything that is done with the shipping changes, or the sunken ship raising, which is coming to Fresh Start. By the way. Oh, holy crap. Not only is it 50 labor, look at this. It's 5 leather pieces now. I didn't realize that. Hey, Era, the aged cheese packs from Animar to Yenistir. You want to know what they're worth? I'll look at that here. 1 second. Almeo Jr. Let's go take a look at that. Animar packs are age packs from Animar to Yenistir. Wait, isn't Animar... What? You can't turn them in here. Animar is Nui. Yenistir is... Harani. The big one would be the Ricala age pack. Let me see if I can find a cheese pack. Why am I not seeing Ricala? There at the very end. The Sunbite is like 29 gold. That's pretty good. The Age Salve pack is like 27.5 gold. Okay, so the cheese pack from Ricala to Yenistir, 27.40. That's a pretty good pack, if you can get it there. I think you can deliver the packs from Animar to there after the update. I don't think so. No, it still works the same, man. You got to go to Harani packs, go to Harani trade outlets, and then you take the cargo packs across the ocean, and then you take the packs back, and then you generate the charcoal packs. Yeah, so you confused me with that. We got a raffle coming up in 2 minutes, but also I wanted to finish up the sunken ships, guys. That's a big change on the recovery pouches on the Fresh Start server. If you're playing the Fresh Start server and you want to get into the sunken ships, the recovery pouches are going to cost a significant amount more than they do on the legacy servers. The legacy servers, the old way to craft it was 25 labor one 10 silver general vendor item, and then a one piece of leather. 5 times the amount of leather. So 5 pieces of leather, that's a significant increase. They doubled the labor cost. So that is the very basis for raising ships. Then on top of that, each process on the raising of the ship, although you can negate some of it with a submarine, which is an investment in it of itself, but every process in that is also doubled in the labor cost. And then the final point of it is when you identify the slots on the ship. I want to say there are only like 10 or maybe 20, maybe 50 labor. They're going to be 200 to 250 labor to identify the cargo on the ship. That's a significant amount of increases for raising ships. So Larceny nerf, crates are nerfed to hell. Trade pack changes. I don't want to call it nerfs because I don't know that system. On paper, it doesn't look horrible, except for the fact that it's already horrible. It doesn't look like it's getting way horrible-er. But so fishing pole changes, fishing a sunken ship changes, or Larceny nerf. Let's just go through the big three. Trade pack changes. I don't know necessarily if it's nerfed any harder than it is now. Just changes coming to trade packs. That's one of the big ones. Larceny is getting nerfed and kind of buffed. Coin purses are getting more gold. Crates are getting just decimated in this patch. And then the trade packs we already talked about. And then the sunken ships, they're getting nerfed. In my opinion, you can't call it anything but a nerf. So sunken ships are getting nerfed. And fishing, I'm going to have to explore this fishing pole thing. I don't quite understand this timer. This says, when you read it, it says cast frequency 110 seconds. That's for the fastest one. That's it for 40K fishing. But that may be only for the sports fishing. Like, I can't imagine it taking 2 minutes to catch a bait fish. But I don't know. You're required to have the advanced fishing. Oh, okay. So the flexible fishing rod, which you can craft at 40,000 fishing, you can use that for ice fishing. I'm going to have to craft one of these up and test the fishing because that's a big deal for a lot of people. I'll have to do a video on YouTube about that. But that sound meant it's time for the raffle, so let's do the last raffles for today. I am going to probably stream again tomorrow because of all the stuff that's going on. So bonus stream for tomorrow if you guys are interested in that. We're going to do these last raffles so I can go get something to eat and I can process everything that we found out today. I'll be putting out videos and doing streaming as much as possible. So please watch out for that. Alright, so the last codes, we got the Vero weapon skins, which is available for the Fresh Start and the Legacy server. The keyword is Vero 3. Vero 3. We're going to get you in monitor mode. There's the keyword highlighted in blue. Random Wolf Games, thank you very much for the follow. So everybody that wins something, please just make sure you keep checking your Twitch whispers. I will contact you. Usually I do it right after the end of the stream, but I'm going to go get something to eat. I cannot wait any longer. All right, we're getting ready to roll in just a couple seconds. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. The third Apex is going to, holy smokes, Korea. Been here all day, paying off. Congratulations, Korea. You won yourself an Apex. Very, very cool. Hey, guys, thank you, guys. Everybody, once again, thank you very much for hanging out today. There's going to be some videos coming in YouTube. If you don't know how to find my extra channels, exclamation point YouTube, exclamation point Discord, exclamation point Twitter. Type that in chat right now to get those links. Look at my YouTube channel. It's going to get hot and heavy as this new patch comes out. We got a few days, so I'm going to be pumping out videos, pumping out streams, and I appreciate everybody hanging out. You can always find me on Discord. If you have questions that I did not answer today, pop in there, ask. I'll get to them as quickly as possible. Until next time, this is September saying, be well. Well, that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you all have found this both helpful and informative. That is the goal. Special thanks to Al Hassan Mohammed on YouTube and Vibes Guys on Facebook for both this intro and outro music. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Discord. Links will be in the video description. If you'd like to support my work, you can do so by becoming a Patreon, a subscriber on Twitch, or direct donations are accepted through Streamlabs. I'd like to thank my current Patreon, Umokhan Onal, for the continued support. You rock. Also, big shout out to my Twitch subs who make every Friday the bright spot of my week. And finally, I'd like to thank the wonderful supporters who have donated to me over the years: Riot Devil, Mac, Cassandra, Elder, and Wicked Babe. Until next time, this is September saying, be well.